Well, hello, boys and girls. It's When I Feel Like It O'Clock, and I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. Coming to you live from Helen's place. Helen's got some pearls for you. Here you go. Wow. There you go, all into your environment. I'm not going to get in too much banter beforehand here because I posted some offers. I posted a video. You want to look at it before this. You watch this, I'll wait. Okay. Anyways, it was asking people to make an offer for Nylander from Toronto. Now, why I think that Nylander could be traded from Toronto, or maybe it's a good idea that they do so, is they basically have a very poor defense to go on defense right now. They're going to lose a lot of guys. CC, Barry, I mean, they can't seem to be able to, they don't have cap space. It looks like to me that they're going to have to trade one of their forwards to fill in that defense. And so I put it out there. I said, Nylander, sent it out to the land. Who would you give Toronto for Nylander? And man, I got some very interesting stuff back. And I wanted to talk about it today. I wanted to shout out to all my peeps who thank you very much for giving your offers there in the comment section. And they talked back and forth. So it was fun. It's been fun. You should go join it because it is a lot of Frolic. The Frolic is intense. I don't know. It's great. The first one I got right off the bat was Buffalo offers Rasmus Dahlin and a pick for Nylander. And well, that caused a lot of flutter. I was actually kind of surprised. I was like, my first instinct off of this was, I'm pretty sure Toronto takes that. I don't think you need the end the pick there. Rasmus Dahlin has scored 40 points as a 20-year-old, was a first overall pick. And as a 20-year-old, scored 40 points in 56 games or whatever this season was. The last player to get 40 points before the age of 21 as a defenseman was Erik Karlsson. Yeah. Hedman, who Dahlin was compared to in his draft year, didn't get 40 points till he was 23 years old. So that's some pretty high, he hasn't, now let's go over some of the things that was said. Jordan Brower said, no, that's an overpayment. Add Rasmus Sandin and William or Dahlin, then I will do it. Dahlin is the next Lindstrom. Okay, so Jordan Brower says that it's an overpayment for Dahlin, and I agree. So they would have to add William Sandin to Nylander, and because he thinks he's the next Lidstrom. Well, that's high praise, but I mean, geez, who knows? I mean, he's very, very good. Now, if I'm Toronto, am I gonna add Sandin with Nylander to get Dahlin? Woo! I'm telling you, that's on the line there. That's a lot. Sandin looks like he's going to be a very good defenseman in his own right. I think they'd have to scratch their head quite a bit there, honestly. I think that's getting close to almost a fair deal. You may have to work some stuff, but tell me what you think. It doesn't matter what I think. Tell me what you think. Do you think Buffalo offers Dahlin and they get Sandin and Nylander in return? Whoa. Or do you think maybe a little less than Sandin or something of that nature? Tell me in the comment section, shall we? What else we got? Goldminer then came in with all his hands going punching there, and said Rasmus Dahlin is a second pair defenseman at best. Ooh boy. Those are some fighting words. A 20-year-old and I said to him, a 20-year-old putting up 40 points in 59 games. It was 59 games. I don't know. That's pretty. He said no, but then he said no thanks. Don't need Rasmus Dahlin. His numbers aren't good enough to trade for Nylander. Dahlin hasn't proven anything in the NHL that would fetch a player of Nylander's skill. Tell me what you think about that comment from Mr. Goldminer. And thank you, Goldminer, for chiming in with your pearls of wisdom there. Fantastic. Whether I agree with you or not, I just love the banter back and forth. I'm glad you did so. So I said a couple things. You can go in the comment section and check what I said about that. Jordan Brower then came with an offer of Buffalo offers Ristolainen, 8th overall pick, and a 2nd for Nylander. And I thought, you know what? The 8th overall pick this year in a deep draft, Ristolainen, and a 2nd pick. I don't even know if you need the 2nd pick. I think Toronto would definitely strongly look at this. And this is why. Because, yeah, they're not getting a player for now. They're getting Ristolainen. The big question I have for this personally is Ristolainen is not what you call a fancy stats darling. His stats for Corsi and all that are not the greatest. And Toronto is apparently in the progressive way of looking at players, and analytics is huge with them. So they may not be a fan of Ristolainen. I'm not really sure. But I think as considering the fact that Risto has played a lot of minutes, has done a lot in his young career, I think it's very possible that they might bite on that, and I think it's a fair offer. Tell me what you think, boys and girls. Is that a fair offer to you? I thought it was a great offer. I said I was going to do a video, and I did. Again, Goldminer says that he thinks Dahlin's a 2nd pair defenseman. Tell me in the comment section, would you agree that Dahlin is not really worth Nylander there? I'm not laying on that, but I mean, Goldminer is really, I was actually surprised. Maybe there's more of you that agree with Goldminer on that one. I like it because of the cap room, like I said. They could also go into free agency, and Toronto can get, a lot of people want to play in Toronto. There's a lot of people from that Toronto area. They may be able to get a Brody or, you know, somebody like that to fill in their lineup on top of this trade. Plus, they get the 8th overall pick. That is huge. This is a deep draft. You're talking about possibly getting a Rossi or a Sanderson, a defenseman Sanderson, or the Rossi who has been compared to like Point. Or there's a whole lot of players in that 8th spot that could that look like they're going to be players, and they get to come in on a entry-level contract, which is huge for a Toronto team who's going to be struggling cap-wise for the next little while, because the cap's supposed to not go up, and they're already struggling cap-wise. I like the trade. I think it was a fair offer. Tell me if you think it's a fair offer. And also, we're going to keep on going with Nylander. Send your offers of your team, what you think you could get for him. If you want him, what you think of him as a player and all of that. Jolly Chris Kringle. Okay, then there was Slick Topper, or Toffer. He came with a killer. He said, you lost me at throwing Sebastian Aho. Was that sarcasm? You sounded serious. Who throw Aho in, their best player? I think you're making a mistake in thinking that's Carolina's Aho there. This is New York Islanders' best prospect, the best defensive prospect, who has been really taking a while to get acclimated in the AHL. He's 24 and is starting to be questionable if he's going to be a top-line defenseman. That's why I said throw him in. But it still would affect their depth on D quite a bit, and I was, even at that, a little suspicious of throwing in Bailey. Anyways, I want to bring up that offer. Who was, oh my gosh, who was that gave me that first offer? I can't find it. Anyways, jeez. Bailey, and I'm sorry, sir, comment to my next one. I'll make sure to shout out you the next time. It was Bailey, Mayfield, and New York Islanders and a pick, which I believe would have been the first round pick. That's what it was. That was in my previous post, and I talked about it in the video. So Bailey, Mayfield, and the first. And I said, I think they would have had to add more. And I throw in Sebastian Aho, which is their top defensive prospect. I think that's what they, especially if somebody's going to offer Dahlin, forget about it. That offer for the New York Islanders ain't happening. Ristolainen in the 8th overall pick, I think beats this offer. So Mr. New York Islanders person that offered that, and I can't remember your name now, I apologize. Avidan Benman. That's who it was, Avidan. Right. There you go, my friend. You're going to have to give me a little better offer if you still want Nylander, or if you don't want to offer more, then just opt out. Why are we still talking Nylander trades 2 weeks before the playoffs? Because it's fun. That's why. I like talking about trades. He's having a career year and now wants to prove himself to be one of the game's best in the playoffs. Sure, I agree with you. And somebody else brought up, and I believe it was, the jolly old Chris Kingle said that he would rather trade Marner than Nylander. Wow, that's high praise for Nylander. And I do love Nylander. I don't think Nylander is a bad player. I don't think Marner is a bad player. I think they're just too top heavy on their forwards for as far as salary cap is concerned. One of them has to go. Maybe Marner's your guy. $10 million a year. I love Marner. I don't want to trade him. I wouldn't have signed Tavares though. And I know there's a guy out there, the YouTuber, that disagrees with me that was a bad signing. I thought it was a bad signing from the get-go. Is that because Tavares is a bad player? No, it's because you're working in a cap world in the NHL and you already had Kadri and Matthews. And Kadri was good enough for a second-line center. So you can build your defense. That was my reason why. Now they're top-heavy on their forwards and it looks like they're going to have to trade a forward. Now, you can make a case that if this COVID stuff didn't happen and the cap kept on going up, they might have been okay. You could make that case. I'm not so sure that they would have been, but the fact is that it's not going up and now they're in trouble. He said, sorry, actually don't mean to come off harsh. You don't need to worry about coming off harsh, dude. I'm happy that you're on. I love it. You guys, let's grind it out there. I don't take anything personally at all. And I love talking hockey. If you ever want to do a video with me, Slick Hot Topper, you let me know and I'd be willing to do that because I love doing videos with people and having fun and doing this kind of stuff. The other possibilities, what other possibilities that I listed that could have been discussed? If you could comment down that in the bottom, that'd be fantastic. I'll talk hockey all day. You throw in the comments in there, I'll talk to you. You want to do a video or come on with me or even talk to me on the phone, dude. I will do that. If you're wondering why, you might want to listen to what I'm doing. I do videos with very solid hockey writers like David Staples and Jamie Basco. I started doing podcasts with the Nitty Gritty podcast, which is high in the Philadelphia Flyers organization. I also have a Patreon that I do with a friend named Brian called BPAL Picks. If you go on there, you'll see we have a 75% success rate. People are making crap loads of money off of our picks. A lot of them don't even care about hockey. It's just a great investment. I'd highly recommend you check it out. Also, I get most of my information from this. Listening to guys like you guys that are throwing out here, like I don't necessarily agree with the guy who says that Dahlin's no more than a second pairing defenseman. However, there's lots of defensemen that have come out strong like Dahlin and never made it past that. So he might have a point. He may see something in Dahlin that I didn't notice. And I take all that into consideration. Any knowledge I have comes from very knowledgeable people like you guys, and I love you guys. Thank you very much for commenting and watching my video. Tell me what you think. Give me some more offers for Nylander. Tell me who else you'd like to give offers to. I'm going to be doing a couple more of these. I think I'm going to stick with it because I just love it. And until next time, have a great day. Lots of love to you. Hit the subscribe and like button, why don't you? A lot of people are doing that sort of thing. Bye now.